Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at crackedfemalcode.com and now seductionpower.com. If you've been following my videos, you kind of might be wondering, like, wait a minute, his website's talking about seduction mastery, seduction, this and that. The course is all about love. Seduction is a word that gets men to buy my books and buy the courses. Here's the other thing, though. This form of hidden right brain love is extremely seductive to women. It's the female form of seduction. See, what men do is they try to do the left male brain form of seduction that seduces men, that turns men on. Because we are unconsciously constantly projecting who we are onto women. So because we're visual, we project that onto women and think, well, it's all about looks. No, it's all about looks for you. And then you go, oh, well, it's all about money. No, it's all about money for you, because that's the way your brain is wired. The male brain is the external brain, which means it's about money, cars, jewelry, houses, expensive things, okay? So this is your power. The problem is, in the modern era, you've lost your power. See, women essentially I'm just being honest. Women essentially have been slaves up until probably about the 40s or 50s. Men controlled everything. Men went into the workforce. She had to stay home. She had to cook and clean and take care of the kids. She didn't have a choice when it came to a financial life. She just didn't, okay? Very, very rarely were women before the 40s had any level of wealth. Every now and then there's that one hard badass woman, but her father passed the money down, but she did go to college, or she did take over the industry, and she was tough and she busted her ass. But that was a very rare thing. And if you go back even further, it becomes even almost impossibly rare, where it just didn't exist. So if you're in the year 2025, really from the year 1981 and up, if you're relying on money, you are becoming more and more and more powerless. And that's what we're seeing with all these men. I'm just going to say bitching and moaning and complaining. And, they're in their mind, well, it's unfair. It's unfair because you don't have any power. So what I mean is, the game has moved on. Women have their financial independence and their sexual independence, meaning they have control over their body now when it comes to birth control. So once the advent of the pill came along, all of a sudden women, they had freedom of when to get pregnant and when not to get pregnant, whereas before is like anytime they had sex, they were at risk of getting pregnant, so they had to rely on a man. Well, now they don't need to rely on a man, not only for when she chooses to get pregnant, but also financially. So now women are at choice. Now women are saying, well, maybe I want to get married, maybe I don't. But I for damn sure am not going to rely on a man financially, because we all know how shitty that went for women over the last 10,000 years. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. When you take my course, you will learn what women want and what they need from men. The problem is, men are so, and here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with you. Men and women are neurologically wired in the opposite way for romance, love, and communication. We literally speak two different languages that go in two different directions. They are processed differently using two different processors. So number one, we just flat out don't understand each other when it comes to talking. She's saying A, you're fucking hearing B. And if you don't believe me, have a woman just listen to the last 15 seconds of this video. I mean, the last 15 seconds that I just spoke, or last 10 seconds, okay? Not the end of the video, but right before this right here. See, because women are left and right brain, they're very conscious of left brain communication and right brain communication, whereas men, we're stuck in the left brain. Like, it's like the idea of someone saying right brain, this, right, they're like, okay, that sounds nice. Yeah, I've seen an image of the brain. Yeah, I know there's a right brain, blah. But until you experience it physically, you won't understand what it means. So it's like going onto the other side of the fence and turning around 180 degrees going, oh shit, I didn't know that that's what it looked like from this angle. So it's like being at you're on the beach, right? And you're facing towards the water, whereas the person in front of you is facing towards you, behind you. So you're like, yeah, it's a huge ocean, crystal clear blue sky. The water's, flat. It's crystal. It's like smooth as glass. And they're like, water? What the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not. It's a fucking mountain, dude. There's pine trees and there's rocks and boulders. And you're like, mountain, rocks, boulders? No, it's a fucking ocean. It's water, dude. What I'm saying is men and women are seeing things from such a completely opposite, different perspective. They don't understand each other. They can't meet each other's needs emotionally. They can't satisfy each other, and they can't get what the whole, especially with women. Women miss out. Now, here's the thing that guys, when you take my course, you're going to go, oh my God. So you mean when women are married for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years, they're not getting what they want? No, not at all. And this is why women are fucking pissed. And on top of it, they've had to put up with your bullshit of financial control, telling her what to do, not respecting her, let alone her receiving emotional fulfillment in a relationship. So why the fuck would a woman give up getting her give up college and quitting college and giving up getting a master's degree so she can go and make $100,000+ a year? Why would she do that for you? You're not giving her what she wants. But Mike, all women care about is money. No, that's the male brain. In the last video, I clearly explained this. Go watch the last video. Can we learn to love each other? So the reason why men feel like things are unfair is because in this new game where women can take control of their sexuality, meaning their body not getting pregnant because of all these advanced birth control that we have now, especially in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And now women can go get their doctorate degree from Harvard and Berkeley and Stanford, and they can be a neurosurgeon, they can be a banker, they can fucking be a CEO of a major corporation, and on and on and on. So all of a sudden you're going, fuck, she makes more money than me, or fuck, she makes enough money to where she doesn't need my money. Well, shit, well, where's my leverage, son of a bitch? Because now you ain't got shit. And deep down inside, you know it. So the way you're trying to equal the game is creating podcasts that tell women to, give up your money, drop out of college, don't get your master's degree. I mean, that's a bad choice. That is the most selfish, weak-minded. That's like telling your opponent in a boxing match, hey man, could you not train for the next week and just cut weight at the last moment so you struggle. So when you walk into the ring, you're very weak, because otherwise I don't have a chance to win. Here's the deal. Men look at things as competition because that's what the left brain does. A long time ago, we got manipulated and tricked and pushed into our left brain. Men used to be very right brain creatures. So when you listen to Stoicism, you can't even hear it. It's all over Stoicism. Like in this image and the video clip I took it for, what it said is, women, they fall for the man who makes them feel the most. Feel is right brain. Emotions are right brain. Another clip, he says it's about emotional power. That's right brain. Bruce Lee talks about emotional content as he points to his right brain. Not only will women be attracted to you, not only will this form of communication trigger her mating system, turn her on sexually, this will give you the power in society and life that you've always looked for. You won't find it in bench pressing. You won't find it in winning a boxing match. You won't find it in lifting a ton of weight. You won't find it in getting your 5th, 6th, 10th, and 11th degree Dan black belt. But you will find it when you learn how to use and develop your right brain, which is what my course is all about. The right brain is the relationship brain and the social brain. That's where you get your social power. So what we have here is Bruce Lee. It's a little clip where he talks about emotional content. This is what I'm talking about when I say right brain. Now notice how he points to his right brain when he says it. I'm going to make a completely different video based on just this 1 minute and a half clip of Bruce Lee, but I'm going to give you a shorter clip here, but I'm going to come back and make another video about what Bruce Lee's saying. Your power in life comes from your right brain, not your logical brain. Everything from sports, life, your social power, especially dating, relationships, love, comes from your right brain. Now listen to Bruce Lee.
Kick me. Kick me. What was that? An exhibition? We need emotional content. Try again. I said emotional content, not anger. Now try again. With me. That's it.
My course literally teaches you how to step into your power and how to access it and develop it and get better and better and better at it. Without this, you're going to be powerless. And here's what happens. You're 25, you're 30, you're 35, you're 40, you're 42, you're 45. Life is slowly passing you by. What's going on? I'm not getting what I want. I've been working hard. I got my master's degree. I did this. I did everything I was told. I was a state champion of boxing. Blah, blah, blah. And you're going like, and yet when I go out in society, I feel timid. I feel weak. Women don't want to talk to me. I'm not. See, even if you're making $250,000 a year or more, you're not getting what you want. The whole reason why you did all that stuff and busted your ass and stayed disciplined and fucking cut, corners to get your degree, to pay, to live. Like I knew a guy who lived in his van all the way from the first day of college to getting his doctorate degree. Well, he did it though. Now he's got his fucking doctorate degree. Now he's pissed off at women because he has his doctorate degree, he's making a lot of money, and he can't get fucking laid. But Mike, it's not fair. Deep down inside, that's how you feel. I'm going to tell you something. This course gives you what women want from men. It gives you the form of power that you've always been looking for in the first place. You will never find it in a degree. You will never find it in money. You're going to find it in this. You're going to be blown away like shit. Like this is like, yep, this is all you had to do the entire time. And this is what women are looking for in a man. But the modern male does not do it. I'm talking 93 to 97% of men just don't, not only do they not have a clue, they're just not doing it. They're doing the logical thing, which is powerless. So a lot of men will bitch and moan and complain, like on these chat boards about women. And I understand where you're coming from because there's a few things going on. You don't have the ability to just say, fuck you. I've got the money. I mean, if you want to fucking get married and have kids, I mean, hey, I'm the breadwinner, so you gotta play by my rules. Well, the game's changed. Now she's saying, no, I don't. All women care about is money. All women care about is this. All women this and women. Oh, it's just now that women are making money, it's brought out the truth and who women truly are. I've heard, dude. In the last 2 days, I've read all these comments on all these different YouTube channels, comment sections, and it's horrible. There are a lot of good women out there. You just can't see them because you're blind to them. The reason why you're blind to them is because you're scared. And you know what? Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Let's be really honest. That what's really going on is you're scared. You're like, Mike, I want to fall in love. I want to be with a good woman. I want to be, respected and loved. It's not even like respect me, kiss my ass and submit to me. No, you just want someone to be kind to you, to be loving, to be supportive, to just be there for you. There's a way to do it, and there's a way to not do that. So I want to show you a couple things here. So I'm going to turn the volume down on this clip so I don't get a copyright, but it says basically my girlfriend before she sees me and then when she sees me. My course teaches you how to create these emotions and interactions with women. And let me tell you, it is not logic, it's not analytical. It's like the kid says to Bruce Lee, let me think, and Bruce Lee, crack! He goes, don't think, feel. Why is this man so bitter? Because women aren't running up to him like that when they see him. Because that guy's a very analytical, logical, linear fucking dude. And guys, I'm telling you, the left brain language, especially the further you go into it, it's the more irritating it gets. So that's a video of a bunch of women just fucking. All they had to do was see their husband or their boyfriend. That was it. And they're just fucking thrilled. It was obvious. So to hear and watch all these grown men in their 40s and 50s and some in their 60s saying all this horrible stuff about women, you're just like, you know what, man? I know, okay, look, I'm not saying all women are perfect in that. Okay, right there, that's it, right there. Men use the either or mentality. They're either good or they're bad. So we tend to look at women because we're attracted to them because they're pretty or they're our type or whatever. And then when they don't act like they're this perfect person 24/7, 365 days of the year, round the clock, well, oh my God, women are horrible. Well, guess what? Women have problems too. They get diarrhea. They get upset stomach. They have their period. They have their hormones shift. And when their hormones shift, that's the thing you got to understand. Like, it really takes a toll on them. It's a powerful shift. And it's something you're going to have to be understanding of. Her mother died, her father died, her daughter died, her best friend's kid died, she got fired from her job. And men don't take any of this into consideration. Women are human. Humans go through stuff. Facts. So what I found is that I developed this level of compassion and understanding. See, okay, my whole thing in life is I just want to understand, like, well, why are you mad at me? Like, what are you pissed off about? What happened? Like, I really, really, really wanted to understand because I cared. And I started studying NLP. I started studying timeline therapy. I started studying psychology. I started studying linguistics and communication. I just fell in love because it began to give me the answers that I was looking for. And then it showed me how to look for the answers that I was looking for and how to find them. And now I'm here to deliver them to you. Now, that's what I'm talking about. It really is scary to go through the world thinking like, Mike, I made all this money, or I've dedicated, I've sacrificed, I've committed, I worked hard to make her happy, or to do what was right and go to college and sacrifice, and now I don't have what I want, and worse, now you're like, well, they're making all this money, and that was that was your goal, was to make so much money to where a woman's going to fall in love with you. Women don't fall in love with you, they fall in love with your money if that's all you have to offer. I mean, it's a bizarre concept that men, all you do is offer money, pay for dinner, you buy an expensive car, you try to look good, you do all these external things that have nothing to do with her falling in love with you. She married you for your fucking money because that's what you said. Like, look what I have. I'll give you this if you give me that. And that's the financial exchange that you offered her. And then when she took you up on it, you got pissed off because she wasn't in love with you. So don't get mad at women if they take your money and divorce you because that's all you offered. Guys, look, honestly, you should not pay for shit. I'm not joking. You really shouldn't. You should go Dutch on everything. Coffee, hot chocolate, dinner, lunches, because this is how you know she's there for you or not, okay? Here's the other part of the course. I have to teach you how to connect with yourself. Men in the modern era, 90+% of men, are so disconnected from themselves, they're not there. You're just not there. This is why women are constantly saying, be in the present moment. Just be yourself. But Mike, I'm logical. No, you're not. That is not you. That's the machine mind. Don't let the tyrants tell you what to do. Don't let them tell you to go off into war to kill each other. Remember that speech? Your machine mind is your left brain. That's the logical mind. It's about business, math, and science. It's literally the machine mind. It is not NOT, not you. Your right brain is literally yourself. It's who you are on the inside. It's your emotions, it's your feelings, it's your values, it's your core beliefs and values and rules and who you truly are. Your logic, that's disconnected from who you are. The number one goal is we do these internal awareness techniques to reconnect you to you. And now let me tell you something, when you do that, it's going to feel really good. You're going to like it. You're like, it's literally like, it's like coming home. And you realize, like, wow, Adam said, I haven't been like this since I was a kid, probably a young boy, 12, 13, 14 years old. He goes, Mike, I remember this feeling. I'm like, yeah, because this is who you used to be. But society, education trained you to leave that and to block it off. It even shames you when you're literally yourself. So it's kind of a test. Women are looking at men like, okay, who fell for the trick and who didn't? Who said, fuck that, I'm just going to be me, regardless of what other people think, regardless of society's bullshit. Well, you guys failed, and women are pissed. They're mad that you failed. They didn't want you to fail. They want you to fucking win. I'm going to give you a real life example. That's me, by the way, if you didn't watch my... this deer literally walked right up to me and started letting me pet its nose and stuff. So I went in my car, got the video camera, and came back. It was a little timid when it saw the camera, but when you're in this state of mind, they come up to you, okay? Animals, wild animals. I am Jesus! A lot of my clients look at me like, what are you, Jesus? Nick, I'm not Jesus, but they literally will say that to me because ducks will walk up to me, stray cats. I've actually had rats and mice walk up to me and literally lean up against my shoe. So here's the deal. When women test you, they actually want you to catch her playing the game. They want you to catch her because they want you to win. Because if you win, she wins. Now she's got a man that's aware. Guess what my course teaches you? Oh, internal awareness, which is the form of awareness that women are talking about. Here's a perfect example when you're being taught something, but you're not hearing it. You're hearing the left brain. You're hearing logical. So there's right brain internal awareness, and then there's left brain logical external awareness. Women are not talking about the disconnected, dissociated external awareness. They're talking about the internal connected awareness. So you guys do your external shit. What do you mean? I'm aware. I'm looking around. That's not what she means. That is not what she means, and that will not attract her to you. So I'm at the mall with my goddaughter. We're up on the second floor. We're on the right side. We're going to the certain store. It's off to the right, about 5 more stores down. And she was on my left side, but she went around to my right side, on my right shoulder. Now we're going to the right. Okay, we're going straight, but the store's on the right. Now she starts to lean against me, and we kind of slowly get veered off, and I stopped. And I let her fall in front of me on purpose. And I go, what are you doing? So I started walking again, and she got on my right side. She started doing it again, and I stopped. She fell in front of me. I'm like, I guess we're going to play this game the whole time. She did it a third time. I grabbed her. She grabbed her shoulder. I pulled her in firmly because women need to feel this to know that you're firm, that you're solid. And with my left hand, I pointed to the store. I said, we're going that way. And I pulled her the whole way. Here's the funny thing. I thought she would get upset or like, screw you. No, she literally giggled and she laughed and she smiled the whole way because she was with a man who was taking charge, who caught her playing the game, which means he must be aware. So now I can relax and feel safe in his company. Now you're like, oh, that's all I have to do? No, you have to learn how to be aware. But Mike, you told me to be aware. Just because I say the fucking word doesn't mean you know how to do it. You have to come in and learn how to do it. I promise you, when I teach you these internal techniques, you're going to be like, dude, I would have never thought of this in a million years. And when you open up, when you pop, you're going to know the difference. It's something that you've never experienced before in your life. So you might be going, oh, well, that was just a little teenage girl in high school. Okay, how about this businesswoman who was successful? She was about 52 at the time. I think I was about 49, 48, something like that. We'd been dating for years off, and it wasn't a committed relationship, but every week we would get together, go out to dinner, and do our thing, etc. And I would catch her testing me at restaurants especially. She just seemed to do it at restaurants a lot. And I remember after so many years of doing it, and here she was in her 50s, and I said, really? Really? And she looked at me, she goes, what? I go, you're testing me. And she goes, oh, shit. And she goes, she goes, Michael, sometimes we do it, but we don't even know we're doing it. I go, I know, but if I would have failed, you would have got turned off. And she kind of like, yeah. So here's the deal. Because I caught it, it turned her on. It made her feel comfortable. So here's the deal. Women want you to catch her doing this stuff because then she can relax inside and go, okay, cool. Now I can just enjoy my day and I don't have to be the man paying attention for danger. looking around, making sure we're safe. That's your job. And if you're not internal, you're not connected to your internal radar system, just like a submarine. I'm serious. Your radar system, just like the submarine, it's connected to the skin around the outside of the submarine, okay? So it can feel the pings and the pongs and the noises bouncing off of it, and that's how you do it. So if you're external, you're not connected to your flesh, to your muscles, to your body. You're not noticing what your body is feeling and what it's picking up. That's your radar system. That's your awareness system. The internal system is exactly like the submarine's radar system. Men don't do that. They're up in their head. They're thinking, which means you're not aware, you're not tuned in, and thus you're in danger. And you can get manipulated too. And that's one of the other core reasons why women want you to be aware, so you don't get taken advantage of, so you don't sign a contract to a bad deal, so some guy doesn't manipulate your work and trick you out of your raise or whatever. So here's how the women look at it. Like, well, if little old me can manipulate you, you can. There's no way in hell you're going to make it out there in the real world with those big men. Here's the stupid part. I'm the one guy in the world that's trying to show you, tell you, teach you how to do this stuff. And I know you're hemming and hawing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because you know why? Because men, when you're at the tip of that V, it's all about manipulation. You're so used to men tricking you, manipulating, and screwing you over, you just don't trust anybody. The problem is it's because you can't see. You can see once you open up to your right brain. That wasn't even the stupid part. The stupid part is, I had a client that called me 2-3 times a week, said, well, I don't know. This is before I wrote my book, Cracked Female Code, and I understood that. So I would talk to him for 45 minutes to an hour, answer all of his questions. I gave him a money-back guarantee, and then I said, hey, look, forget the money-back guarantee. Don't bring any money in. And after the first 2 days, you're not completely 100% totally satisfied that this is the course for you, then just quit. We'll shake hands. We'll go peacefully in our different directions, and everything will be all good. Well, let me think about it. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck do think about what? Free courses? So finally I said, look, because he called me up about probably 12 times. And I said, look, here's the deal. You don't even bring your wallet. Don't bring your credit cards. You don't even bring them in the car. You leave them at home. You come without that. Just bring your identification in case you get pulled over by a cop. I don't want you to pay me. I don't want you to do nothing until you are absolutely convinced that this course blows your mind. That this is a course that it was everything that I said it was. Well, let me think about it. I'm like, oh my fucking God. So I handed the phone to my girlfriend, and I go, do you want to talk to my girlfriend? He goes, yeah, sure. I hand it, and he goes, does this course really work? She goes, uh-huh. That's all she did. He goes, okay, I'll sign up. And I'm like, what the fuck? A vagina said, uh-huh, and he sold? That's fucking stupid. That's why women say men are easily manipulated. And it doesn't turn them on, guys. It turns them off. I wrote my book, Cracked Female Code, for a reason, so I could give you scientific studies, scientific information. I've got graphs, I've got charts, I've got diagrams. It's all in there. There's NLP, there's linguistics, there's communication, there's how the female mating system is triggered. I mean, it goes on and on. That book is 500 plus pages. That book was written to convince you. If that book don't convince you, I don't want you as a client. That's why I spent so much time writing that book and putting all the information and some techniques, not all the techniques, but a lot of techniques. And a lot of people are like, why did you put so much in this book? It's because when a client comes in, I want them to come in hungry, knowing this is real, this works, that book blew my fucking mind, I want more. If after you read that book, you're like, well, I don't know, let me think about it. I'm going to tell you what, I'll never talk to you again. I will just hang up the fucking phone and say good fucking luck, because I wasted so much time with those clients. Some of them would come in and be like, man, Mike, I'm so sorry. I put you through all of that. Man, fuck, I wish I would have just took the course in the first place, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I wrote the book, because I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit here and do fucking 50 questions and 50 answers for fucking 5 weeks. I'm done doing that. Read the book. If you like it, great. If not, well, I'll shake your hand and I'll say, at least you read the book and you're part of the club. And by the way, when you do read the book, everyone else that reads the book, you guys are in a different world. You're in You're in a different phase that other men just can't understand if they haven't written the book. So you guys can have conversations that no one else in the world can understand. When you take the course Cracked Female Code, you can have conversations with other clients, and you're going to realize here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to your friends. You know, dude, and this is what every client does. They try to tell their friends. They try to break it down. They try to explain, like, you don't understand. This is different. This is completely different than anything. And the guy's like, yeah, whatever. That sounds weird. And they all come back and they're like, Mike, it's like they can't understand. They're like, yeah, it sounds like the conversations we had before you took the course. You're going to enter an elite group of men that have an understanding that no other man on the planet has. I enjoy the company of women simply because I understand them. Also because I create an energy that's not stone, like this image of a stoic. That's the problem with stoicism. It's all about being rock solid like a stone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you up to flow like water, my friend. Emotional content, Bruce Lee. Once you take the course, you'll understand what that actually means. For now, buy my book Cracked Female Code and look forward to enjoying your time with women. Jesus said, until you become like these children, I tell you the truth, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Because it's childlike, it's fun, it's playful, it's happy, it's understanding, it's allowing people to be who they are, it's enjoying people for who they are versus making them conform and fit in a fucking box. What box, Mike? The left brain box. The left brain literally is in the box thinking. When people say think outside of the box, they mean open up to your right brain, because the right brain is wide open. There is no box. It's all about emotional freedom, because that's where you find your emotional power. Alright guys, that's it for this video. This is Mike Kollin at Crack the Female Code and SeductionPower.com. Go there right now, buy my book Crack the Female Code and read it. It's going to change your life. Alright guys, click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment. And as always, you can go ahead and buy the Ultimate Package and or my book Cracked Female Code or any of my dating relationship books to support this channel. If you don't have a lot of money or don't want to invest a lot, I've got another option for you. Go to my website, MikeKollin.com, CrackedFemaleCode.com, or SeductionPower.com. And in the third section, you're going to see 3 black and white images. Click on the middle one that says Women's Relationship Coaching and click on this image. In there, you're going to see the women's products. Now, I have the women's books, which are the shortest books, but if you want to have a real solid understanding of my course and the difference between men and women, get the book Why Men Just Don't Get It. It's about 60 pages, easy to read. You could sit down in 2 sittings of 30 minutes each and read the entire book, okay? I have it on sale for $7, and then get the follow-up book, which is about another 55, 60 pages. It's called Every Woman's Battle, The Need for Love and Emotional Fulfillment. They're 2 gold books. Read those 2 books. They're $7 each, normally $11 each. They're on sale. It's the cheapest thing that you can buy to support this channel and to actually start finding out what the hell is going on in my course, Cracked Female Code. So buy these 2 books, Why Men Just Don't Get It for $7 and Every Woman's Battle for $7. That's the cheapest thing I can offer you right now. These are downloadable books. So is Crack the Female Code. So is Get the Girl, Keep the Girls. So is the Ultimate Package. You can immediately download them and start reading now. Go to my website, CrackedFemaleCode.com or SeductionPower.com. One thing you're going to hear from my clients, whether it's the women, the men, dating relationships, or healing work, I do a lot of emotional healing work and energy healing work too, by the way. People will tell you, I am so driven, I am so fired up, your whole life, your life, just by being with me, the tools and techniques that I'm trained in, I'm going to shift your energy into a higher level. You're going to start enjoying life more. What are you doing? Buy the book, read it. See you guys in the next video. Bye.